All right. Thank you very much. Herb Stratford, KMSB, Fox 11, Tucson, Arizona. So, hey, good day to you guys, Robert and Benjamin.
Hi, how are you?
Hi.
Great. Thank you. Hey, Robert, I want to start with you. So, Elrond has really been through it this season. I just have to say, do you think he has a different appreciation for Gladriel now that he's been through what he's been through?
I think he's always had an appreciation for Gladriel. I think he's always had an immense amount of respect for her, you know? Um, and yeah, I think that's unwavered, his respect for her. It's just been a really complicated, she's made some complicated, complex choices recently.
Let's call him questionable.
Questionable, yeah. And so he's been quite critical of her, but yeah, he's always had that enormous amount of respect for her.
I just felt like he's sort of been through the fire now with her a little bit more, and it's not just like she's off running around doing whatever she wants to do. So yeah.
Mm. Yeah, 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 yeah.
So Benjamin, it seems like by the end of the season, your calm, cool demeanor has been just a little rattled a little bit. Was that sort of more fun to be able to play those emotions a little bit more? Because it seemed like you were so stoic in the first season, and this is a little different.
Yeah, I think that's astute on your part, but it's also I like that there's still an ease to him. That the he might have been stoic in the first season, but it's in a kind of white-knuckled kind of way. That he's desperately clinging on to peace in spite of the knowledge that this impending doom is creeping up. Whereas now doom is upon us, and you can almost see a glimmer of a smile as he pulls out his spear and starts lopping off heads. That it's kind of like, oh, thank God, now we can,
Just okay.
there's some uh, kind of unfortunate relief to, oh, now we know what we're facing, as opposed to something is lurking. We can set about the task at hand as opposed to trying to figure out what the problem is.
No,
So
and I think that makes perfect sense because now they actually have something that's physical and concrete that they can focus on. But yeah, okay. So Robert, let's talk about your relationship with Durin. I mean, I love the evolution of that, and I hope that we get to see more of that moving forward because I feel like there's so much there that they sort of their appreciation for each other and their support for each other is so unwavering now that they continue to go through this journey.
Yeah, and also their doubt of the rings and their sort of prospective stories this season are very similar, you know. Obviously the execution is very different, but what they're going after is very similar. Like they're just very like-minded. And they're like brothers, best mates. And so yeah, that it's a really important relationship to him, and that's why he doesn't doubt that Doran's going to turn up and save the day. He doesn't doubt it for a second. That will happen. There's no way that Doran wouldn't turn up. Obviously, he's got his own reasons, but when he doesn't, it's totally devastating and completely unexpected.
Absolutely. So, Benjamin, let's talk about Celebrimbor's fate. I mean, the elves really seem to be taking the brunt of Sauron this time. So he
yeah,
really he suffered a lot.
yeah. Well, I mean, he pays the price of beauty, I guess. That what's his line? That without beauty comes a
Yeah,
great
yeah.
sacrifice. And that's a paraphrase,
True
but
creation requires sacrifice.
that's right. But yeah, I mean, it's a pretty savvy move on Sauron's part. That his ability to, I mean, there's killing two birds with one stone, and then there's annihilating an entire species with a pebble, which is what he's capable of doing, and then ultimately does. Um, it's a testament to the elves that they still remain resilient and hopeful, but also a testament to Sauron in terms of what he's actually capable of. I mean, even the mortal wounds he dishes out on Galadriel require the use of the rings in order to save her life. Like this is going to be a formidable foe, and if you know the books, we do have a long way to go.
We do. And I just want to thank you both. I can't wait for what's coming. It's been a fantastic season. It's great to see you and looking forward to next season.
Thank you.
Thank you.